don't know how some people talk so long. But they know people will hear them, but they're basically just recording their thoughts, like a diary, but they're sharing it too at the same time. That's kind of what I'm doing now too. And a lot of other people I watch on YouTube sharing our thoughts. I remember watching Star Trek where they were watching the daily recordings of the astronaut that was recording what he's going through, his experiences, and what was happening around him. But sometimes I just don't know what to say. But sometimes I want to share my thoughts. Like, I didn't know there could ever be a time where there's no time. Because it wouldn't make sense, would it? It wouldn't make sense if there was no time. I don't understand that. Like God, people say God is in a place with no time. Maybe He is in a place with time, but people have said that He is out of time. He's out of the earth time. If He's not on the earth, then maybe that's the time. But there is a time. God said, like a day is 1,000 years. So down here, say if 1,000 years goes by, for Him it's only like a day. Like 100 years is like less than a day. 100 is 1/10 of a day. 1,000. 1/10 of a day, it would be like a couple hours, almost. 12 hours, 24 hours. But I'm not sure if that's true. But when you're above it and the earth spins faster, when you're looking down at it, and 45 minutes, one spin maybe, which would be like, couldn't be, doesn't make sense. I don't know how, day and night, or the things above it spinning around the earth go faster, maybe, than the earth does, so they spin around the earth within less than an hour. So, because they're spinning faster than the earth. As if that's true. Who knows what the truth is, really? I'm trying to understand it. And did people really go out there and, like, in a little ship in the past and spin around the earth like the satellites do and look down at the earth and out? That would be kind of scary, don't you think? I think that would be scary. I don't think I'd like it. I like being on the earth and there's some strange things that happen on the earth too. Like, I feel about the animals, like, the other day I saw it looked like either a dog or a coyote running down the street, and it was scared and it was running down the street. Maybe, if it was a coyote, it must have lost, it was out away from it. Somehow it got misplaced from its other animal members that it's with, and it was trying to find him, or it's trying to get out to a place where there's no city, like more nature type, because there's not that much in that city, and they need the wildlife, they need the nature areas, ground with plants and hills and everything. Somehow I don't know how it got out there. I was just praying I'd be okay and not be hit by a car. That was pretty sad. And I was glad I was in the car, so I wasn't going to get hurt by it or anything. So I think about those things too. And I care about those animals, even though I don't want to get bit by one. I still wish they'd be happy and safe where they are supposed to be. But people are encroaching on their territory, nature, and you need to stop taking it away from them. I also don't believe that we should be all put into one place, like all people should be like in a place and animals separated. I don't believe in that. I believe we should be able to. How can we not bother the animals if all the earth is nature and we have to make cement to make a city? Why do we have to make a city? It was partially more country, I guess. It's just a few houses, but then I guess the animals feel safer to come closer to us and might be more of a threat to us. So I guess that's why we have to make cities and separate ourselves from the animals. But I don't believe we should be herded up into one big city like in Saudi Arabia. I watched a video about a place called The Line, or like a long wall, 2 walls, and building like a eco-friendly place for people. I mean, with plants too and gardens, but I'm worried that there will be different levels of people. Like there already are levels of humanity where some people are rich and have more money, better lifestyle, and then other people are the poor people doing all the work and at the bottom level. So maybe that'll never change. I don't know if that'll ever change because it seems like there's always got to be somebody working. Didn't Jesus say he'd be the servant of all? He lowered himself to become the servant of all. You know he's the King of kings and Lord of lords, God of heaven, co-creator and everything that we see and experience, because it's all been, it's weird. I don't know about every detail, but like some of the things they're talking about fulfilling, but there's other little details that what God would know about in our lives that are being fulfilled too, that aren't in the Bible. There's some things that aren't in the Bible, but they're still being fulfilled in our own lives, like the small little details. But it all makes part of the whole of the bigger picture. Kind of weird. I'm an observer of others and things around me, and I'm also a doer in some things, but not everything. So I have to be a doer and an observer at the same time. And I want to communicate with people, talking, learning, all at the same time. We all learn from each other, don't we? I remember when I was a kid learning about this, like the table, the cradle, the people, and like these are the people, and like the church, the steeple, all the little things to remember being when you're a kid. Just reminds myself when I do it, I look at it and reminds me of my past. Like, yeah, but the good things, and I don't want to think about the sad, or there's also bad things to think about in your past. But I'd rather think about the good things. I'll dwell on the good things, and I'll make myself feel happy, truly happy. And isn't that what heaven is? Happiness, true happiness. Heaven is now. In your mind, it's now. Okay, bye-bye.